Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing my what sold for last week, Monday through Thursday, which is November 13th through the 16th, and sales have been amazing. I just went and checked some of my stats. I've sold over 500 items so far in the last 30 days. So I'm thrilled. I'm moving out a lot of inventory. I'm running a sale for this holiday weekend up through Monday. I'm hoping to generate a whole lot more sales, and just keep doing what I'm always doing. I'm still trying to process stuff. We did go out today's Black Friday. We never get videos done early, y'all. But so we went out today, but mostly I bought stocking stuffers and stuff like that. This is the first day that I've actually felt well enough to get out, y'all. We had a bug run through our house. So those of you who like to come into my whatnot shows, I don't think I'm going to get one together this weekend. It may have to be later because it whammied all of us. But we're all on the upward swing of it now, and, ready to, hopefully this will be the last bug, knock on wood, to hit us during the holidays. It never fails. Never fails. But it's been a nice month. I think just fourth quarter, and I'm a toy seller, so that helps a whole lot. I also really, really believe that changing my shipping to the buyer paying my actual cost that eBay charges me has helped tremendously. I talk a lot of times about pre-boxing larger items, and I have a lot of pre-boxed items, and I'm noticing, like today, I shipped 3 things that had been pre-boxed, and I honestly believe it's because the shipping is more reasonable now, and I'm starting to sell that stuff. So I think that has also helped with a lot of the sales that I'm getting. I hope all of you guys are having good sales also. And, we'll have a couple more weeks of this, but by mid-December, usually things start slowing down because people understand that they're probably not going to get their packages before Christmas. And then I usually do really, really well in January. People get gift certificates, people get money to spend, and they go in and they start shopping again. So I'm looking forward to, some more great sales days. And then we're going on vacation next month. And then, back to reality, back in January to start the whole new year again, building towards fourth quarter. So, all right, let me see. Let's see what I sold. I got a lot to share with you guys, and I have sales on all 4 of the platforms. Of course, eBay is the largest one for me because everything that I list goes on to eBay directly, and then I use List Perfectly to cross-list to the other platforms, but I don't have everything cross-listed. 2 sales on Mercari to share. First one was this Tupperware dinner tray set of 2, sold for a best offer of $8. And then this Little Miracles Purple Owl plush sold for $10. I had some on Poshmark. These were some TK Axel men's jeans, sold for $15. These London jeans sold for $20. I tend to do really well with black jeans. I think we picked this up at the bins. This is a Franklin Electronic Bible, King James Version. This was a more deluxe one. I've actually picked up 2 recently. This one sold for $42 on Poshmark. And this, I picked this up, I want to say last year. This is a Lululemon women's jacket, but it had this LTK logo on the side here. So I'm not sure if that hurt getting it sold, but I ended up taking a best offer of $75 for this jacket. One sell on Etsy. This is a porcelain ornament set of Rudolph and Santa Claus, and it sold for $29.95. And then eBay. Tons to share on eBay. All right, this is a Mattel Emotions White Rabbit plush from 1985, sold for $24.22. Kids Preferred Beagle Dog plush, sold for $26.95. That's not been listed very long at all. Scooby-Doo, the Mystery Machine, sold for $12.07. Now, if you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping, so when I say something sold for $12.07, the buyer did pay additional for the shipping. Acme men's Western boots, this had to be a Robert pickup, sold for $44.95. We probably only paid a couple of dollars for them. Vineyard Vines knit jacket pullover top, sold for $28. I think this was in that lot of clothes that I purchased where I got the Jenny Kane sweater and lots of Lululemon that I kept for myself. But I'm pretty sure this was part of that. So I probably paid less than $2 for it. Prestige Vintage White Bear from 1985, sold for $12.07. Lots of vintage stuff, y'all, is selling for me right now. Lots. This is the time of year where people are looking for toys from their past, or, you know, they've got a significant other who mentioned a toy from their past and they're on eBay looking for it. Russ Nicky White Cat. Y'all, I've probably found 5 of them this year and every one of them has sold very quickly. This one sold for $22.45. Probably something I won't buy again. I bought a bunch of ready to paint, like Halloween decorations. Got them for really cheap, but that doesn't always mean it's a good buy because it took forever and I still think I have a few pieces left. This little ornament sold for $6.40. I think I picked this up at the bins. This is a Jimmy Talking Nativity set. It works, except the front light was not turning on. There should have been a light in there. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't list the stuff if it's not working properly. I've sold this a couple of times. This one sold for $17.95. Blippi. I'm coming to figure out Blippi's not a good buy. Just isn't. It takes forever to sell and it doesn't sell for a whole lot. I know nothing about that cartoon, but I've bought several things this past year and they've not done well. But this 17-inch doll sold for $8.96. All right, this is a viewer sale. There's 2 screens of this, so thank you so much, Jessie, for purchasing these items from me. She bought Fisher-Price stuff. She bought the Fisher-Price little Snoopy dog and the miniature toys. There was a popper, a coffee cup, and a ball clip-on. Those 2 items sold for $20.60. And then she bought these 2 items. It was a Spirit Riding Free Horse lot and the GeoTrax Christmas building. Those 2 sold for $25.45. So thank you so much, Jessie. All right, Labrador Dog Plush. Didn't have a manufacturer on the tag, so you just got to go with what you know. This 16-inch plush, very cute. Of course, if you use Google Lens, you're going to just get pictures of dogs. Every once in a while, I get lucky and I find one that's I can use to figure out who the manufacturer is. But if you don't know it, don't just stall on it. Just get it listed. Put the keywords in that you know, and you know, it can still sell. This dog sold for $24.22. Apple pie plate, another thing that took forever to sell. There is another one. I can't remember what it was. I'll have to do some research and I'll try to get a pop-up for it. But there is one of these plates, these pie plates, that sells for a lot. But this one isn't it. It sold for $8.02. Disney Pocahontas Miko Raccoon plush sold for $9.25. Still selling lots of bread and butter, y'all. Sending out offers as much as I can and accepting reasonable offers. I picked up quite a few Avon vintage items, not really vintage, Avon items a couple of weeks ago at an estate sale. The lady brought me into her mom's house and she had a closet full. She had been an Avon rep and she just kept bringing stuff out and I just kept making a pile. I think I paid $45 for everything I bought that day. And I don't even know if this is the first thing that has sold, but this particular holiday house from 2007 sold for $35.95. Carter's Child of Mine Brown Monkey Plush from 2013 sold for $22.45. Spark Create Imagine, that is a Walmart brand, more contemporary. This just little like gripper grabber plush sold for $8.02. Now I bought a bag, a lot of baby doll stuff. I think these came from the bins and they were all together and I just split them up into small lots because some of it was Baby Alive, some of it was that Go and Grow. No, I forget the name of it. The one that I sold for like $50 for the little bowl. This was all a part of that also. Picked a price, got an offer of $8 and went ahead and accepted it. I mean, I don't even think it was listed but a couple of days. I'm good with selling 3 little doll items for $8. Now this is Jimmy, again, a sidestepping stepper sock monkey plush, sold for $20.17. Ziggy, it's another one of those items. I pick them up because I think they're adorable, but they don't sell very quickly. This is one of the larger 12-inch dolls. It sold for $8.06. Sometimes I just need to tell myself no. All right, I picked this up at either in a yard sale or an estate sale. Probably paid $1 or $2 for it. It is a daytimer planner notebook. Did not have the calendar stuff inside of it, but those are things that you can buy annually. Sold for $35.95. Speaking of Baby Alive, this has been listed for a while and I got tons and tons of offers on it. Somebody sent me an $18 offer and I just decided to go ahead and take it. It was for just a bag with some pretend food, some diapers, and a couple of feeding utensils. So I just thought it's time to let it go. This wasn't listed but less than a month. It's called Just for Laughs Crazy Parrot Plush. It made sounds. I did have a video showing that it worked. It sold for $22.45. Russ Shining Stars Honey Bear sold for $8.02. I think the other day we were sitting trying to figure out what brand have I sold the most this year. And for a long time, just trying to throw out the different brands that I talk about and I sell. Russ was the one that was like the most. It was first in running for quite a while until I picked Disney. And then when I picked Disney at that point was probably like 25% more than Russ. The thing with Disney though is, you know, it can be Disney, but it can be Mattel or it can be Gund, or so it's all these other brands that just fall under the Disney category. But I sell a lot of Russ. I was surprised. House of Lloyd, which is also Christmas around the world. I love finding it at yard sales and estate sales. I get it for very cheap and it tends to sell very well for me. This wasn't even listed a month either and it sold for $35.95. It was a musical melody mouse plush. Gan's Cottage Bear plush. His name was Huckleberry. He sold for $12. Unitoys, this had been listed quite a while. I got a $22.40 offer on it, and I went ahead and accepted it. It was going to an international buyer. Kelly Toy Squishmallow. This is the small little 5-inch plush, sold for $8. Bubba, we've talked about this a couple of times now. This was the second one to sell. I think I listed another one yesterday. This is a 34-ounce travel mug, sold for $14.95. Little People, I think this was the last one to sell. I had 4 sets of these that I bought in a large Fisher-Price Little People lot. This last set sold for $18.55. Iron-on patch lot. I picked this up at my favorite little estate sale company, I'm pretty sure. Paid $1 for the pack of them. Sold in less than a week for $12.50. Skechers Shape-Ups women's shoes, sold for $14. Again, listed a while. Time to go. Ringling Brothers Koala Bear plush, sold for $15. TL Toys Easter lot. It was a lamb and a duck, sold for $17.95. Easter sales all year long. Another viewer sale, so thank you so much, Sherry. Sherry bought 4 plush for me. She bought this Hallmark red monkey plush, $8.91, and then she bought these 3. She'd been waiting. I showed them in a recent haul, and she was like, let me know when they have been listed. So I try to always bump that stuff up to the front of the line so that I could get stuff listed that people are wanting. This is Great Wolf Lodge plush, sold for $8.96. The brown monkey plush from Inner American Products, and then the Play School Hobnobbins, all sold for a total of $48.86. So thanks again, Sherry. All right, the next 2 is also a viewer sale, so thank you so much, Elizabeth. Elizabeth bought this Christmas Moose plush for $12.07, and then an Elmo. Sesame Street Live Elmo. I put ×2 there just to remind me, but I remembered without it, for $8.96. So thanks so much, Elizabeth. Blues Clues ornaments. I find these on occasion, like at the bins. You guys know I love digging for the smalls at the bins. That's what I've been working on when I felt like working this week. I've been trying to get lots of smalls together. But these 3 ornaments sold for $22. Cookbooks. Robert found these 5 at a yard sale. He paid $1 each. Sold very, very quickly, but I took an offer of $15. Ready to get stuff going, y'all. Move, move, move. But I think that is one of the neglected categories that we don't look at enough, I think, is books, which next year. But Robert does good with books. I don't slow down long enough to go look at the books. Play School Tinker Toys. These are the plastic preschool ones. I just picked these up recently at a church yard sale. Paid $2. They were actually in one of the canisters, but that canister is just tedious as far as shipping because it's larger than a priority box. So I just opted not to include it. And these still sold within a few days for $16.80. SpongeBob SquarePants backpack sold for $10. Again, been listed a while. This is another one of those things. It's been listed a really long time, and I think changing the shipping, I'm starting to see more of this type of stuff. Some of the home goods and stuff that I used to love buying the vintage sheets, but I stopped because it wasn't selling for me. So I'm hoping now that the shipping is more reasonable, I'm going to start selling it more. And then this year, it'll be something I can keep an eye out for again at yard sales and stuff. But these JCPenney Buttercup flat and fitted sheets sold for $20. Unitoys Husky Dog Wolf plush sold for $22. I'm saying thanks to Melinda and Shelly. Melinda, I'm hoping is a viewer who recommended my store to Shelly, and Shelly is the one that bought this Bubble Guppies Molly doll. So thanks both of you, if you are viewers, for going into my store and looking for something. Shelly paid $7.15 for this Molly. Nanco Pink Pig Plush from 2020. Been listed a while, out the door, $7. Best Made Toys. It's another brand I like. It just doesn't get as much attention, I think, in plush brands. This is a Labrador Retriever plush, kind of large, $16.12. Thomas and Friends Take Along lot. That means Take Along are the metal ones that have the magnets. This is Murdoch and Toby. They sold for $8.96. Russ, another Russ, Shining Star Snowy Owl sold for $8.02. Build-A-Bear Lion Plush. I just listed this. Took a best offer of $9. This is one of those cush, but I'm not going to use the word cush unless I see it on a tag, because I'm not sure if that's going to be one of those Vero things, but that's what those balls are called. They're just kind of squishy. But this one was by Hasbro and Odds On. It's the Grinch. They've already left me feedback. It was for a stocking stuffers, and it sold for $8.96. The Office Jigsaw Puzzle. It was sealed. Sold for $8.83. McCrory Corp. I find this brand on occasion. It's vintage. This is a brown plush. Very cute, very soft. Sold for $16.12. Riders by Lee Women's Jeans. I tell you, I'm selling tons of Riders and Wranglers. $16.68. Some more of the chalkware that I picked up. I just noticed today when I was pulling to ship. Y'all, I had over 50 today from Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday after I finished shipping, and then yesterday over 50, which that was amazing. But I noticed I still have the 3 like big large boxes of this chalkware that I haven't finished processing or listing. These, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 7 fruit chalkware sold for $35. I think when I showed this in a haul, I said it was Loving Family because I had a bunch of dollhouse stuff in my hand, but this was actually Breyer. And y'all, if you can find these Breyer dolls, they do really well and they sell very, very quickly. This is, they're just kind of plain. It's good if you can have clothes on them, but I have sold them naked before. This particular one sold for $12. Prima Creation. This is one of those stocking sacks where the stocking is like right here in the belly. Sold for $24.22. This is Hallmark Ramona and the Reindeer from the Rodney series, 1986. This one had more playware than typical, so I did drop my price some, and it still sold for $10 best offer. This is from a lot of He-Man, Masters of the Universe stuff that RJ's grandmother gave me. This was just one of the weapons, and it sold for $8.96. I just listed these, and they sold very quickly. The brand was Long Haul Cowboy Boots, size 10, double E. Sold very quickly for $33 best offer. I think this was from the estate sale where we were paying like $2 for all the shoes. JCPenney Calico Cat Plush. This one did make sounds. Sold for $22.45. I love when plush sells in the 20s and up. My best sell though for the 4-day period, Monday through Thursday, was this. And I bought this last year and it did not sell during the Christmas season. And now it's sold. It is a vintage Christmas nativity set. Had some wear. I just showed everything. I had decided, though, if it didn't sell this Christmas season, I was just going to go ahead and try to sell just the figures and just get rid of the manger. Luckily, it did sell for me, and I got $85.29 for this. And I want to say I paid, I want to say $10 or less. I remember the estate sale, but I'm not sure if it was a half price day. It may have been, but I remember I think it being priced at $10. So I'll just go with the 10. All right, y'all, that was a lot to share with you, and it's just been getting better and better and better. So fingers crossed we get a few more weeks of great sales, and then, you know, get ready for next year and the new year, and then start filling up our stores again in anticipation. So it's time to get to work. Bye.